Bishop Francis, always great to see you.
Great
from
to see you
Michigan. We
always.
actually flew down on the plane
That's
together
right.
yesterday.
We sat next to each other.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. It was a whole pro-life plane with lots of Catholics, and it was wonderful. I see your sign out here, Pro-Life Chaldean Catholics. How big is your group?
We're over 100, people have come in from 3 dioceses, from the Eastern Diocese in Eastern America, from the Western Diocese in San Diego, and we have some from Canada as well.
Thanks, Matthew. And we're with Bishop Kalabat from, of course, the diocese, the Chaldean Diocese, centered in Michigan, but representing so many different areas of the country. We were talking, Bishop, about the hope of the young people. You have a lot of young people with you here.
We do. There's a great movement that's going on, and I think the Lord wants to pour out His Spirit upon the young. A lot of the young are bringing their parents to church, and a lot of the young are bringing, they're taking their stand on faith, and I think it's a wonderful movement.
The Chaldean Diocese is doing a lot with meeting people, especially women, where they're at. Tell us about your pro-life office.
So we started a pro-life office a few years ago, and we're a very small diocese, so we're taking this incrementally. And so we're doing work now, not just for the unborn, and not just for those who are in the late stages, but we're doing things for the special needs, and we want the most vulnerable. And I think it's not only the child, but also the mother is the most vulnerable, because they've been brainwashed that this is a right, that they can do all of these things. So they're really vulnerable to the truth. And therefore, we want to walk with them. First of all, let them know that you're not alone. We're with you. We want to walk with you, and we want to help you to become pro-life so that you can do the right choice, and we can help in whatever way we can.
As a bishop, how do you feel about some of the good advances that the administration has made so far? The pardoning of the pro-lifers, of course, and the other work. J.D. Vance being here today, a message from the president. As a bishop who works very hard in the pro-life movement, what does that mean to you?
Well, a lot of the Psalms where the Lord allows the people to suffer for a while, and the people cry out and say, "How long, Lord? How long?" The Lord comes in and says, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, salvation comes. And this is what's happening right now. There is a phenomenal movement that's going on. It started not too long ago, and it's spreading throughout the world. I believe the hand of God is upon us. It's upon this administration. It's upon a lot of other administrations of a lot of other countries as well.
And I think, too, that even though obviously it's not perfect, there are some issues that we have to work through with IVF and the abortion pill, and really talking to the administration about that. But to have at least the option to have an administration who's open and willing to come and talk to the pro-life movement.
To have a Christian who is willing to hear and who is willing to participate. The church is always engaged in whoever is the president, whoever is the vice president. We are always engaged. But when you have an open, because abortion is always the number one issue, because it's life.
Yeah,
once you take
everything.
When you take out life, then there's no other real issue that's going on. Don't get me wrong, there are other issues, from immigration that the church is also involved in, to a lot of also rights, human rights, that we always get involved with. But it starts with life, and you don't have life, you don't have any other issue.
So you're optimistic. Your masses are filled with young people in our area. Just a few final thoughts, about 10 seconds, if you could send us off to the rally, Bishop.
Jesus is beautiful, and we're growing. We need another 3 to 5 churches, because we can't fit them all. But the most important thing is Jesus loves you, and Our Lady is right there with him.